Okay, what is going on, guys? It's Dean, and I know I haven't uploaded for a good while now, but that's just because I was finishing up with university, and now I'm basically almost finished. I have one exam left after I've uploaded this video, so I'm hoping from now on to get at least one video a week, or as many as I really can, and really start to try grow the channel over the summer and see how I get on with this. Today's video is going to be a bit different. I just have Logic open in the background just to have something there. This is actually going to be sort of tips and tricks when starting out to be a composer, and sort of like a little starter kit that every sort of beginning composer should have. So let's get into this actual little list. I have this a small list of 5 things to kind of go through in this video. 1, get yourself a DAW and find which one suits you the best. Basically, I'll pop up pictures on screen of different things that I'm talking about in this video just to help out. So there's many different DAWs to go with. You have Cubase, Logic, Studio One, Ableton, FL Studio. They're kind of your really big ones. As you can see in the background here of mine, that's Logic Pro, and it's only on Mac. So if you're a Mac user, Logic is probably your best bet to go with. But this has got to be sort of tailored towards beginning composers. So if you're only starting off, I'd actually go with a DAW called Reaper, just because of money reasons. I'm pretty sure you can buy Reaper for under $100 or €100, any currency you're counting really. I'm pretty sure it's under that. Last time I didn't see it, I see it was around 70 or something. And also, if you're on Mac, you could just use GarageBand. GarageBand is basically sort of a baby version of Logic. It's sort of a Kickstarter to get you into how to use DAWs so you can actually progress onto Logic then after. So that's tip number 1. Get yourself a DAW. Find out which one works best for you. If you have more money, you can go for some of the more expensive ones. Go ahead. Most of them have free trials. They can try them all out before you settle down and actually buy one. So go ahead, go give it a go. Second thing, this isn't essential, but you will need and use one at some point, and that's a MIDI keyboard. It's just, if you're a piano player, which I'm not traditionally a piano player, I play woodwind instruments like clarinet, saxophone, different things. I can play piano, but it's mainly just for my compositional purposes. So I do have 2 MIDI keyboards actually. I have one medium size, and it's a 49 key Alias V49, I think it's called. I'll link it in the description and I'll show a picture of it on screen. And I also have a Micro Korg Mini Key, which is just a small little 25 key keyboard, which I'll also link in the description. I think the Micro Key is only €50, and the 80 is a bit more expensive, around 180, 200. Funny enough, I actually used the Micro Key a bit more than the Alias, even though it's very small compared to it. I just actually like how small it is at the minute, and I'm just finding enjoyment out of using it. So I've actually been using it on most of the things that I've been trying to write. So that's the second thing. Get yourself a MIDI keyboard. The third thing, you don't have to do it straight away, but you can try to do it. Invest in just one expensive sound library. Don't fall into the rabbit hole of trying to buy loads of sound libraries. One of the really main go-to sound libraries would be Albion 1 by Spitfire. Most composers tend to get this when it's starting off. It's a pretty well-rounded library. It can suit sort of the epic trailer stuff, and you can also just write standard TV and film stuff out of it as well. So that's probably a very go-to type library. It's a bit expensive. I think it could be $500. You can get on discounts, so keep an eye out for discounts on it. Also, any DAW you buy, there will be like free samples. Like as you can see here over on the left hand side, they're all free samples that come with Logic. Now some of them have to be downloaded. I haven't downloaded all of them because I already have sound libraries to use, but honestly they can be used, and I've heard tracks where people use just stock plugins and they can actually make them sound very, very good. If you're not writing cinematic music and you're writing more hip-hop, rap, R&B, stuff like that, most of the sample sounds that come in the DAWs will actually work perfectly for that. A lot of them are very catered towards that, particularly Ableton and FL Studio are very suited towards sort of R&B and hip-hop and more popular music, where Cubase and Logic and Studio One and different things is more suited towards cinematic TV and film music. So that would be 3. Invest in a sound library if you can. If not, don't worry about it. There's loads of free sites that you can get and go have a look on for free sound libraries, and some of them can be actually surprisingly good. which I'll maybe link some in this video, or I'm hoping to do sort of some videos after this about stuff like that, so you can see some videos to come basically on that. The fourth tip is going to be learn how to use your DAW. Whatever DAW you end up going with, just learn how to use it to your best ability, because honestly it will help your workflow so much and it'll help quicken up everything for you. So just learn shortcuts, key commands, different things like that, and just learn your way around it for whatever necessities you need it for. Honestly, I'm still learning Logic at times. There's still certain things that I don't know about Logic, but then there is certain things that I know, sort of like little niche little tips and tricks within, and that sort of help my workflow as well. So do learn your DAW to the best of your ability. When you actually get it, look up tutorials, read through the manual, do anything that you need to learn it, and just play around. Playing around with it is probably the best way, to be honest, along with YouTube tutorials. So tip number 5, which is the last one, learn, when starting off composing, learn your weak points. So if you come from a classical background like me, where I'm finishing up my university degree, which is mainly based around classical contemporary art music and concert music, you might struggle in production, so like mastering and mixing, which I do struggle with sometimes, to get a really sort of stellar finished product on a track. So if you're coming from that sort of background, you might struggle with that as well, which there's countless YouTube videos, YouTube tutorials on. I'll hopefully make some myself later on that type of topic as well. Vice versa, if you're coming from a production background and you're a very techie person, you might struggle compositionally, or you might struggle with music theory. And so you can then do the opposite thing and look up music theory tutorials and how to compose certain tracks, and I will 100% have videos like that coming up soon. So learn your weak points and build on it, and the only way you can really learn those weak points is just go and write music. Don't be afraid if a track doesn't sound good at the start. Just keep working on it. It'll eventually come together. Or some of your first pieces, first tracks, they might not sound like, because you're only learning. You have to realize you're only learning. I'm still only learning certain things, and not all my music sounds great when I first start composing it. You like to think at the end it will turn out good, but with practice, obviously, it will get good in the end. Now, I would just like to say, all these tips that I've mentioned at the start, this is considering that you already have a laptop or a PC built or bought ready to use, because certain DAWs and sample libraries won't run on very low powered PCs or laptops. So that's a completely separate video, which at some point I might do, is on PC specs and laptop specs, because I'm building my own PC over the summer. So I will go through that when I get my own PC, just to try to help out a little bit. So that's basically all the little sort of tips that I want to give for this video. I'm hoping to do more of these videos as I go, because I just got this idea the other day to maybe do a tip of the week, or one tip, or maybe even 2 tips, depending on how many of the videos I can get out, and depending on how much people are actually enjoying watching these. So I can recommend certain books on composition and orchestration, certain websites to find cheap sample libraries, or how to use a certain DAW, anything like that. How to work your way around certain MIDI controls on a keyboard. Basically anything. If anyone has any recommendations, please drop them in this comment section and let me know what you thought of this video as well, because I am hoping to make a sort of series out of this and basically make it into sort of a tip of the week. So more videos will be coming, and I'm hoping to have a new track out either this week or at best late next week. I do have around a minute of it done, so I'm hoping to get a new track out soon, which I hope you all enjoy. So if you did enjoy this video, leave a like, comment on what tip you'd like to see next, and tell me what you felt about this video as well, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I am hoping to grow it over the summer, and I'll see you on the next video.